got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. And guys, what are you going to be looking for in this one from Indiana?
Kevin, he has a great knack for blocking shots from the weak side. He can always sense the right moment to leave his man, come over and help, and chase down the shooter.
And another skill that sets him apart, his success rate on catch-and-shoot jumpers. It's not every player that has such a great feel for that particular shot.
So for the Spurs, their last game, a win against the Suns in Phoenix. And they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. Is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Here's Jones. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Jones dishes to Roberts. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
So for Phoenix, their last game, a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And, Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, partner.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark.
It's rebounded by Indiana. And so it's San Antonio with it. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Well, they won last time, and it wasn't even close, largely because they caused so much foul trouble that they were playing against a makeshift lineup for a lot of the game.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. One player we discussed in detail is the young Bradley Beal. He said, I was a fan of his game from watching him at Florida. His combination of outside shooting and slashing make him a very tough cover. We're going to put pressure on him and try to take the ball out of his hands. And Kevin, Beal's such an intriguing talent. We'll see if he's able to put up some big numbers.
Thanks a lot, Doris. And going back to what Steve was talking about, once the fouls started piling up, Clark, on the other side, things really got out of hand.
Yeah, it really got ugly, got messy, and it did so in a hurry. And at that point, you just knew they didn't have the weapons to get back into it.
Here's Roberts. The shot's good from Indiana.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
Durant, the pass to Beal. He kicks it to Booker. Fires the three. And it's blocked by Roberts. And he recovers it. Hangs. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The Suns have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season. They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Well, we got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. First in field goal percentage, first in free throw percentage, and they were also #1 in fewest turnovers. When you take care of the ball, you give your team a chance to win.
And, Clark, the key number that you just talked about to me is field goal percentage. And when you're the best in the league shooting the basketball, it's a clear sign that you have an unselfish team and a clear plan of attack. That club, very impressive with their offensive efficiency.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Phoenix. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Phoenix has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Booker, defended by Jones. Rejected by Indiana. And they're able to recover. Another shot. Good. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Roberts. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
Boy, he had it going offensively, just living at the line. Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
For San Antonio, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Well, one of the highlights last season, this team shot the ball extremely well from the stripe. Huge factor.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
Lee's checked in for Phoenix. Here's Booker, looking for his first basket still in this one. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Wembanyama.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Here's Roberts, rejected by Booker, but they get it back. Here's Jones, and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
And so Jones nails both of them.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
The Suns trailing. Durant kicks to Lee. The dish to Booker. Can't get it to go. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Jones off a pick from Wembanyama. Jones drives in. Roberts.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
Suns trail by 4. Here's Kuzma. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. He's got 6.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Fast break, here come the Suns. And that one's good. Booker's got his first 2 points.
Gets that to go, but it's been a bumpy ride so far. Just 1 of 5 for him overall.
Here's Roberts, and that one is stuffed right through.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Oh, no question. And he loves to attack the rim, doesn't he?
Here's Kuzma. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
The Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. And Durant comes to help. Sohan passes to Jones. Hands it from downtown. Jones has got 5 points so far.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure. Whatever their plan was.
Nurkic passes to Myers. And Beal kicks to Durant. Beal with a screen for Durant. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Setting the floor for the Suns. We've got Durant. And it's Nurkic in at the foul. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey guys, the Prophet in their last game against the Suns played some outstanding basketball. He ended up with 34 points and was really a factor on the boards, inhaling rebounds the entire contest. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
Thanks, Doris, for revisiting what was an astounding performance, Clark.
It clearly was one of those games that when we look back on his career, this game will be right there among the best ever that he's played.
Well, he was in the zone from the outset. It was just one of those games where he was feeling it. Everything was going his way, and he attacked, and that's what I like. Once he knew it, oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever dunk like that in the game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw
Oh, man, that was just amazing. This crowd really letting him know how they feel about it.
And I'll tell you what, that feels so good getting that kind of appreciation from the fans.
Suns leading by 19. Durant with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Myers passes to Beal. Durant up top, 6 to shoot. Pass to Myers. Puts one up from 19. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Look at the Prophet, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Well, that's why he's playing with so much confidence. I mean, he just has that belief because of what he did last year.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in.
They struggled a bit at the line earlier, but they found a nice comfort zone there now here in the second. They've been red hot from the stripe.
Here's Roberts, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
Booker dishes to Beal. No one near him. San Antonio with the rebound. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
Tell you what, there'll be a lot of focus on that Oklahoma City contest.
Here's Booker. 9 points last game. Durant kicks to Beal. Passes to Urkic.
And another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep our eyes on.
And Phoenix making a change here. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on tonight, and it's paid off with a lot of second chance points.
Al Horford is checked in for the Suns. Here's Roberts, defended by Booker. And Indiana gets the bucket. He has 6.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
Phoenix leading by 17. Richardson off the pick from Horford. 1:46 left in the first half of the game. No good from Booker. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Now here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And you look back at last season, he shot 87% from the foul line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Goudelock's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs trail by 19. 1:22 left in the first half. Wembanyama guarded by Horford. Roberts passes to Wembanyama. That is good. 8 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. And defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
Richardson dishes to Booker. Off his foot, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. Here's Richardson. 9 points last game. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. And he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
A nice shot by Roberts. Roberts got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Rebounded by Indiana. Spurs trail by 15. He dishes it to Roberts. Feeds to Gautel. Here's the 3. Gets it to go.
Boy, they're knocking down the long-range shots. A lot of those same shots they missed earlier in the first quarter. They still find themselves down here, but they're starting to make some headway into that deficit.
Richardson kicks to Booker. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
That'll do it for the first half. Suns lead by 12. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's a lively Friday evening here at 2K Sports. Hopefully you're having a great time watching a little basketball tonight. The Suns have been tearing it up. A strong beginning to the season. They've wasted no time in getting off on the right foot. And this dedicated Spurs team is weathering the storm. The story of turnovers hasn't been a good one for them so far. It's really hurt to this point. Too casual with their possessions. An unbelievable half from the Prophet. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. Thanks so much for spending halftime with me. Now let's head on back out to Kevin and the gang.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a view here of the beautiful San Antonio Riverwalk as we welcome you back to the game.
Really an extraordinary game for the Prophet. 18 points, then his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
Well, and he's got this team in such a good groove right now. The way he's moving the ball and passing, getting everybody involved, they're in a great flow.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for San Antonio, Roberts in its shooting guard. He's out there with Jones, and it's Champagne in at the 3, the small forward. The Spurs have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And both free throws good for Gautel. Suns leading by 10. And here is Durant. Dishes to Booker. Looking to get back on track here. Excellent D that time from Roberts.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
And Phoenix has possession. Their next game is at the Rockets Arena in Houston for a game with the Rockets. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. These teams were last season's best passers, the squads with the most assists in the NBA. The Suns 5th.
I tell you what, if you had to pick one stat, at least on the offensive side of the ball, that benefits your team, this is it. I mean, when you're amongst the league leaders in assists, you're doing a lot of good things. Not just making shots, but you're moving your teammates and you're moving the basketball.
He passes it to Wembanyama. Kicks it to Roberts. Second shot opportunity, and the shot is good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
There's the pass to Nurkic. Doubled by Roberts. It's Beal on the wing. Shot clock at 6. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Spurs trail by 8. Roberts passes to Sohan. Here's Sissoko. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Sohan. His three-pointers off the mark.
Boy, he'd like to have that one back.
Defensive foul. Jeremy Singh. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. That's good. Booker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty, the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
You know, something else I think about when I see this guy is he's a real headache to have to defend one-on-one. I mean, he's got all of the game that makes it tough for his defender.
Here's Roberts, defended by Beal.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Doubled by Roberts. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Sohan. Suleiman's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Roberts passes to Sohan. Vassell. He feeds it to Roberts. Leads him in there. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
And with the defense playing that well, the double clutch was the only way he was going to get that ball off.
To the paint. Rejected by Nurkic. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. And Phoenix making a change here. Horford's checked in. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Roberts. And he lays it straight in. Roberts got 24.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Phoenix leading by 8. Picked by Horford. Pass to Beal. Here's Kuzma. But they recover it. Outside for Durant. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. 4th in assists, 5th in rebounding. And they were in the top 10 in team scoring as well. This is a team that prides itself on its offensive firepower. And they get it done at that end of the court.
And the key really to that club, in my mind, was the offensive unselfishness. This was a team, as you mentioned, Clark, that finished in the top 5 in assists per game. So it was the fact that they really shared the ball. They had good ball movement and a good plan of attack all season long.
Here's Roberts, defended by Beal. Here's Collins. Count that one.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal. Third team.
Now Horford. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. The feed to Lee. It's Richardson on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Kuzma, defended by Sohan. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here's what Phoenix has lined up on their schedule. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Spurs trail by 6. Here's Roberts. 24 points for him. Sohan passes to Roberts. He kicks it to Collins. Now the dish to Roberts. Pass to Collins. Beal pulls it in.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Lee dishes to Horford. Beal. Here's Kuzma. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 11.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
A nice shot by Roberts.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely, here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Kuzma, defended by Sohan. Richardson for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Roberts got 4 rebounds now tonight. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And in front of you now is a list of the players with the highest shooting percentage last season. Look at the Prophet, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Well, he got high percentage looks all last year, and he made the most of it.
First free throw is good. Green is checked in for Bradley Beal. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Lee outside. They kick it out to Green. Got a piece of it. And they're pushing it up. He dishes it to Roberts. Some solid defense from Richardson.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Green with the ball. Now defended by Roberts. Lee outside. Back to Green. Fader on the way. And he's blocked by Sohan.
Boy, have they been hitting the glass hard or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
Yeah, you're right. Very rarely will you out-rebound an opponent like that and not have it pay off. Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for them.
1:04 left in the third quarter of the game. Lee kicks to Richardson. That one wide left. And here are the Spurs. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's Roberts. And he has 28 points for the game. Nice D from Richardson. Suns lead by 3. .29 seconds left in the third quarter. From the arc. That's good. 14 points for him.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Roberts. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yeah, that was an easy whistle for the official.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
It's Wembanyama. No good on the buzzer beater. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Suns ahead, up by 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And then you throw in the free throws. On top of that, this team really has it clicking.
On the court for the Suns, they've got Bradley Beal, and it's Durant in at the 4. Booker in the post, defended by Jones. No good from Booker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
At the line of the sun, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time. Spurs trail by 4. Here's Roberts. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a quick look now at how San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for him. And Booker kicks to Durant. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Suns lead by 6.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
Well, and at this stage of such a tight game, I think this is when tired legs start to show, and the defense can become vulnerable in the low block.
There's Beal with the three. Gets it to go. And now a 9-point Suns lead.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. If he has just a bit of room, that's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let it fly.
Whereas almost all players go through their ups and downs, Steve, that's not the case with him. He just goes about his business the same way every night.
Oh, the rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. It was clear what message he was trying to get across. He said, this lead isn't big enough that we're safe. Not by a long shot. I don't want us sitting back and milking the clock. Play to win. Show some aggression. Guys.
Here's Booker. A finger roll finish at the bucket.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
Roberts passes to Jones. Roberts defended by Beal. Shot by Roberts, no good. Suns leading by 5. Durant dishes to Beal. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Oh, free throws. Good for Nurkic. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Durant with it, now guarded by Sohan. Here's Booker. Good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
No good with the triple. The Suns have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Durant. Beal. Tries from 10. Here's Nurkic. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And now it's an 11-point Suns lead. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the 4th quarter. Here's Roberts. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Roberts got 34 points.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
Feeds it to Booker. Dishes it to Beal. It's intercepted. Here's Roberts. Oh, look out.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed. Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Suns leading by 7. Kicks to Booker. Here's Kuzma. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
The shot's good from Sohan. Suleiman's got 5 points now this quarter.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
That's tipped. Beal with it. Here's Nurkic. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Suns lead by 9. The pass to Roberts. From deep. No good. And Phoenix the other way now. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Nurkic. Defended by Sohan with the fadeaway. No good from Nurkic. Spurs have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. The Spurs making a switch here. Here's Roberts. Bangs home the trifecta. Roberts got 39.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Booker gets a screen from Nurkic. No good from Booker.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Gets it to go. And that's 11 points here for Beal.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Here's Roberts.
It's his 4th foul, and I'm sure he picked it up a little earlier than he would have liked.
Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. So it's Phoenix now. 7-point differential. And Booker kicks to Durant. Right side Durant. Booker the pass to Nurkic. He feeds it to Booker. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Beal. 11 feet away. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the game Beal has been having, he has 11 points and 4 assists. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
Yeah, the passing gives the offense flow, and the free throws give you easy points. It's been a nice night for him so far. Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. Both free throws good from Roberts. Suns have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Daniels, he's checked in for the product. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team.
Had to be tough not to get the win tonight with the way you played. Did you feel like your effort was enough, knowing that ultimately it led to a loss?
Well, I wanted to get that win, and I did everything I could to help make it happen, but it just wasn't enough this time. Sometimes the other team is just better, and that was the case tonight. It's one of those games you just chalk up to being a learning experience, you know? And then you figure out what you can take from it to improve on the next time.